we see that these houses, these big family houses, are since a long time abandoned. This one is still standing, but probably not for another 10 years. Can you imagine the people who have gone through this door, making a little pot of coffee on the fire, and just sit outside? And at some point, there was a partisan war, a First World War and a Second World War. The house is still standing. The only thing that we can see as a last sign of life, of a life lived and ended in this house, is the black piece of cloth right there, which Bulgarians hang on their gate or on their door to show that somebody has passed away. And that was probably the last resident of this house. And now the door is locked, probably forever, as the house is being taken over by branches and woods until it collapses. And all of these very old monumental buildings will probably never be reconstructed because the wooden structure of itself is just impossible to replace at this point. It would cost you $1 million to renovate such a house. And for what, actually? Just because it's a monument? So, realistically speaking, nothing's going to happen to them. It would be tough to imagine what these villages have suffered throughout the Ottoman reign, the Balkan Wars, and the World Wars. But there have been armies marching through these streets, revolutionaries, people who are discussing plans and executing on them in the middle of the night, perhaps. All of that has happened, partly in this village, surrounded by these hills that, if they could talk, they would probably tell a lot of stories. Very pretty old church right here on the border, or near the border with Serbia, on the way to Bosilegrad, let's say. This one has been restored. The murals are still original. Very interesting. At the border with Serbia, which is just behind this curve. Not going there right now, just want to check out where this part of the road ends, here in the forests, and the river, which I hear right there, with water flowing straight out of Serbia here into Bulgaria on the way to Kustendil. My car is over there, going to continue the trip.